प्रोक्तं विप्रेण तोषये ये पठन्ति भक्त्या तेषां शम्भु प्रसीदति. Slowly open your eyes and pray gratitude to everyone and everything around you. Namaste to you. So, let's see what we have today. Okay. This is asked by some Darshan-ji. So, Darshan-ji has asked, like, it is largely believed that if someone lives for 84 years and more and dies, they are not born. It is really true? No, it is not really true. See, now you have heard half information, like the information what you heard is not complete. The information is like this, that if somebody lives for 84 years or more, then there is less chances for him to come back on the earth, or he can stay in the heaven for a long time or in the peace for a long time. But it is not a signal of enlightenment, or it is not a signal of freedom. If somebody has lived 84 years in fear, if somebody has lived 84 years in tension, if somebody has lived 84 years in lust, if somebody has lived 84 years in misguiding himself, then definitely these persons are going to come back. There is no such rule in the universe by which you live 84 years and above, and after that you don't come into birth and death cycle. This is not true. This is not true. This is not true. Okay? So first make it clear. It is not true that if you live 84 years and above, you will not be born. You will just directly get moksha. No, it is not true. History is full of the people who lived more than 84 years. I think, if you go in your villages, in your societies, you still can find like at least 10-20% people are still alive who are above 84. And when you talk with them, you understand that they are going to come for sure 100%, like it is no chance that they will be enlightened. It is impossible. So they cannot be enlightened. They cannot get freedom. They cannot be out of this cycle. Why they cannot be out of this cycle? Because this thing is very clear. They are not free now. If you are free, you live 84 years or not live 84 years, or more you live or less you live, it doesn't matter. Like if you are living with the freedom, like Shankaracharya, he has gone in his very young age. Like Vivekananda, he has gone in his very young age. Like Jesus Christ, he has gone in his young age. So even if you live less, but you have this freedom, you are free from the attachment, you are free from the world, you are detached from this world, then you can go in any number of years, you will be free. Like if I die right now in this moment, I will be free. I have a choice. If I'll die after 50 years or after 100 years or after like 200 years or 500 years, if I die after that also, then also I will have choice. But if I do not have a choice today, if I am not having this freedom today, if I am still attached with this, then it is very difficult to come to that state where you get this mental freedom when you come out from this attachment. So first thing is this is not some criteria that 84 years you live and you get moksha. Okay, this is an illusion, this is not a fact. What happens, why this 84 number is very important, like this in yoga you have 84 asanas. You have 84 asanas. In Kama Sutra you have 84 kalas. In body you have 84 granthis. And in the world you have 84 lakh yonias, so 84,100,000 yonis, like species you have in the world. So why this 84 number is little magical? It is very important to understand that 84 nadis are there in your body, and these nadis have making joints like granthi, like they are being attached with each other, and they are 84 dimensions. Today we don't know so much, but someday if science will start to discover the different dimensions, the maximum dimension the science can find is 84 dimensions. So 84 dimensions are there. And when you practice, when you do yogasanas, that every asana is connected with one nadi and one granthi. And with the help of this nadi activation, the granthi gets open up. This granthi opens. And once you get this granthi open, you get freedom from the bondage of that yoni, that dimensional yonis. So like this, somebody get 84 freedom of the dimensions, and he becomes absolutely free. After that, if he want, he can come as a human. If he do not want, he will never come. There is no compulsion on him to bring him back. And if he want also, then also he need to have some desires left. He cannot open all the 84 granthis and say that I will come back. No, he has to leave some granthis, some dimensions, which he has to keep unknown for him. Suppose if you know everything, if you know absolutely everything, there is nothing unknown for you in this universe. Nothing. You cannot live in this body even for 1 minute. Even for 1 minute. It is impossible. Impossible to live in a human body even for 1 minute if all the truths of the world is being opened to you. So the way the soul is living in this body is only one, that some small part, which I call hook normally, you have to keep closed. You have to not open it. Once you open it, it's not in your hand. If you will say, I want to do the good for the world, I want to teach, I want to make this world a better place. Sorry, you are already gone. If you come to the 84 openings, you are already gone. You cannot come back. You cannot come back in this world. Understand thing very clearly. Now people are saying, one day one guy came to me and he said, my master is a combined avatar of Jesus Christ and Buddha. And he told that this is a guy somewhere in America. I don't know who is that. America, only this can happen. Only in America it can be possible, nowhere else. So I asked how it is possible. He said no, the Jesus Christ and Buddha, both soul came together and in his body, and he is like a combined avatar of both. I said, okay, let's make the picture clear. Because if you understand half, you will always misunderstand. First, accept that Jesus Christ was not enlightened. Jesus Christ was not free. If you accept this, then only is possible for Jesus Christ to come in the cycle. Except the Buddha did not go to Nirvana. The Buddha was not an enlightened person. He was a simple human being. He never got liberated. He never got the freedom. If you accept this, then only the possibility is there the Buddha can be born again. If you say that Jesus Christ was also free, he also experienced the absolute freedom, and Buddha also experienced the absolute freedom, I am sorry, then there is no chance that they can come back on the earth in any means. In any means. Most of your teachers, most of your religious speakers, they are saying you that everybody is an avatar of these and this. It is all illusion. It is all illusion. Nobody is avatar of somebody. We just compare him because such a great personality has lived before in the history. Suppose you are comparing Krishna with Vishnu. I'm not going in the debates of the books, because books can be written by any means. You can write them as you want, and after several hundred years they start to become very, very powerful, and people start to take them. And you can put the question. So books can be written by anyone. Anybody can write a book, and after 200, 300 years will pass, this book will become an authority. I will say you, when Quran came first time, then this time those people who was existing, they was not accepting this book, because this book was not old, it just came. That's why they did not accepted this book, and they just was fighting with Muhammad and his followers and other people. Same way before the Quran, the Bible, when it came, like Jesus Christ was crucified before the Bible came. So when Bible came, people was not ready to accept it. So they was fighting on this book. So books are not the criteria to judge what you understand is correct or not. If your understanding is matching with somebody's book, it is nothing more than the manipulation of either that person or your own mind to yourself. So books are not the way to find that what you know is truth or not. The way to find that what you know is truth or not is your own analysis and experience of life. If your own analysis and experience of life is agreeing to it, then only it is possible. So this guy said, like a combined avatar of Buddha and Jesus Christ is born in America. So I said, like, it is not possible. If Jesus Christ was enlightened and he was free, he absolutely got freedom, so he cannot come back. And if Buddha was free, if it is gone to Nirvana, he also got freedom, he also cannot come back. To come back, they should have a desire. And Buddha himself said that I do not have any desires left. I do not have anything left in this world. So he did not come. Like those people who talk about his fourth body to bring him back, it is his fourth body, human consciousness body. This is only can come back. But the Buddha as a soul, as a being, cannot come back to the human life. He has gone to Nirvana, and anything which goes to Nirvana cannot come back. Same way, the Jesus Christ has gone to Nirvana, and now only the conscious state of the Jesus Christ body is there, but the Jesus Christ as a soul has gone. And second thing is, the God cannot be born in America. I'm sorry, God has to be born in black skin only. God will be born in black skin only. He cannot be born in the white skin. You know what is the problem? Because in white skin, there is no freedom. You are being made slave from the childhood. You are not having your own freedom to even think. Something has implanted into your head from the childhood, and you are living all your life by that. By the time a child comes into the 5th standard and 6th standard of understanding in America or in Europe, he do not have his own feelings. He do not have his own emotions. He is just projecting the society, the books, the teachers, the family on him. But actually in the East, why the chances are more? Because East is still backward. East is still people you will find who knows nothing. Still you will find people who are insane. I was so surprised when I was traveling to the West. It was very hard to find insane people. There is somewhere in the villages, but it's very, very less, very, very rare. And that's why when even Jesus Christ was born in the West, he was not born actually in the West, he was born in Middle East. There is not in 2000 years history, not even a single prophet, not even a single avatar of God has happened in America, in Europe. Why? So there should be some reason, no? It cannot be just by chance. It is not by mistake. The God does not make a mistake. Then why there was no avatar? Because the conditions over there has been always not favorable for somebody to grow consciously higher. That's why when Jesus Christ was born, he lived in his place only for 7 years. And after this 7 years, he traveled to Himalayas and he came to Nepal, he came to India. That time he lived in Kashmir because Kashmiri Shaivism was very powerful there. And he was practicing Kashmiri Shaivism. And then he went back to the country, his own people. He started to teach them, but they did not understand it. There was just like a kind of fear from him. And what they did, they just crucified him, but he did not die over there. He was taken out from that hanging cross in 4 hours. And the rule is there that with minimum 8 hours hanging, because they put so much less thing that slowly blood out, then only the person can die. And because there was a rule that nobody will be on the cruise when the sun is set, so they used to take out everyday people, and every day they used to put them up again when the sun is rising. So he was put down in 4 hours. He was being taken. Of course, he was always almost close to the death, but his followers took him and treated him, and then he migrated and moved to Kashmir, which is Srinagar now called. This is a place where he lived until the age of 83, and after that he left his body, and his grave is still there in Srinagar. So why I am saying all this? Without the East, the inner conscious awareness will not happen. West has a mastery in material conscious awareness. If you want to learn technology, if you want to learn something computer, if you want to learn some chemistry, if you want to learn something like this, it has been discovered in the West very beautifully, very wonderfully, and the contribution of the West cannot be overruled, cannot be underestimated. But the internal growth in the West has been never looked for. There was never internal growth working for. Here in this country, in Tibet, in China, in Japan, in Cambodia, in Thailand, in Indonesia, in Vietnam, in Burma. So all these countries, if you will see, they are more focused only on the internal growth. Here only the meditation discovered. The people were sitting with the closed eyes. In the West, it never happened. In the West, it never happened. The people come here and they sit in the meditation. Maybe they just close eyes and sit, but it happens only in the East. It didn't happen in the West. Now slowly West is coming towards this, because West has seen all the materialistic growth, and this materialistic growth is making more and more sad these people. So that's why they are also coming now to the spiritual breath. But there should be a huge background for an avatar to come, and that's why I say still till more next 300 years there will be no avatar will be born in the West. Maybe after that the West will become East and East will become West. Maybe there is the possibility after 300 years some avatar will be born in the West. Before that it will not be born. See, Krishna black, Shiva black, Rama black, everybody is black. Why? Because black is something hiding. Black means mystic. Black means total acceptance. Black means no rejection. You see all the colors you have. And white means no acceptance. White means no acceptance. And that's why all around the world, if you will find the most rationalist people, you will find they are white people. Even in India, the Brahmins who are behaving more rationalism, they are more in white in color. Even in this country, I am saying. Those who are Rajput, Kshatriyas, they are white in color. They are thinking those who are black in color, they are inferior. That's why God chose the black to come, because inferior has to be lifted up. Everybody is equal. This has to be burned over. So what I was saying is you need to understand that 84 years is not some measure I don't know from where you get this information that if you live 84 years, you will not be born again. No, this is a wrong information. You have to be born until you don't be free, until you don't accept this full freedom. Because the problem is not in the life, problem is in the head. Body cannot be reborn. You take one time one body, and when you die, the body is finished. Soul don't need to take birth. So soul is also free. So what is left? Left is your own mind. And mind is not created by body. Mind is not created by your soul. Mind is created by you. And in other words, I will say mind is you. Whatever you think you are is mind. And now in this mind you make chambers. Small chambers. Small boxes inside this mind. So think, okay, I will behave about this topic, I will behave like this. About this topic, I will behave like this. About this topic, for food, you are different. For work, you are different. For family, you are different. For different kind of topics, you are different. You are not a single personality. You are divided personality. I will say multi-personality is there inside you. You have multi-personality disorder. Not only you, most of the 99% of the people in the world, they are having multi-personality disorder, and that's why one time they want this and another time they want another thing, then another thing, then another thing. I tell you one very beautiful thing, I was talking with you about this. So There was a question why people are breaking and looking for new relationship. So why people are breaking? First need to understand that. It's a human mind psychology that he get bored very fast. Very fast he get bored. Why? Because he don't want to repeat the same thing. He wants something new. New means what? New means something is unknown. And something unknown means what? Something is dark, something is closed. And when he has to discover it, it keeps him alive. Duality keeps your mind alive. And as soon as you go out of duality, your mind dies. That's how it works. So you repeat something same, you will get bored. So with a single relationship, what happens first? People get bored. And they get bored and they start to feel sad inside. They start to feel something is missing. And when they go out of relationship, they start to find another person. Another person, maybe man or a woman, they meet again and meet with each other. And now this is interesting. Now it is beginning, no? So it is very interesting because something is new. Something is every day to discover. Something is every day to find. But how long time this will remain new? This will also have time, 3 years, maximum 3 years. Nowadays it even come to 3 months and sometimes it's even 3 weeks. 3 weeks if you are sleeping with somebody in the bed, it's more than enough for today's to understand that you will live with this person or not. But some people who are not consciously aware, I will say 3 days, I will say 3 times. But if somebody is not consciously aware, he will need 3 weeks. If he is not more aware, he will need 3 months. If not more aware about himself, he will need 3 years. And sometimes they take 30 years to 40 years, and sometimes they take one whole life. And after they finish the life, they understand that they need to break up with this person and not to be free. So the person break up, but then he goes again and again and again, and same trap is following back. Why this person is not happy? It means one thing is very clear, there was no role of a man and a woman for happiness. If one man cannot make you, like I have a friend, and she had around like maximum breakups I heard from her, like who clearly accepted this. She had 70 breakups in her life, 70 breakups, which she says by herself. And after 70 breakups, also she is looking for a man who have a relationship. 70 breakups, not 1, 2, 3, 70 breakups. And looking for a next relationship. What a spirit. Heads off. Such a really high spirit, You so desperately want a relationship. But understand something. If something has not worked 70 times in your life, what is a guarantee that it will work in future? She understands that in 70 times it didn't work because the man was not right. She understands it didn't work, this relationship did not work because the man was not right. It was not the correct man. Should she find the correct man and start a new relationship and break up again? Maybe it's not about the man, it's about her. Maybe something is not right in her. And what is not right in her? If anyone in life, listen me very carefully, Listen me very carefully. Otherwise I will break your head. If anyone in life had sex with more than 4 people in life, more than 4 people, it means you are not a monogamic person. You are not a person who will be happy in relationship until you don't work on yourself, until you don't try to uplift yourself. What you need to do is, it's not the man and a woman from outside which will make you happy. It is you need to find your inner happiness. And what is your inner happiness? Why it is not happening? Your dependency on others about the thing. Your blocks in the head about the sexuality. You do not have a sexual mental freedom, and because of this, you want to justify the sexuality. You want to say yourself, I am having sex only with my men. I am having sex only with my women. And when it is mine, you justify it. But if you have this freedom of sexual mental freedom, that you can have sex like you can eat food on restaurants, without feeling guilty for it, without feeling bad for it, without thinking get stuck, or without blaming yourself or treating you badly, then only you can be happy. Otherwise, in this life, I can returnally give you a guarantee that you will not be happy. Happiness is not going to come to you. Till you are not going to. Polygamic people need to have a mental sexual freedom. Otherwise, they cannot survive. Second thing, you need to open your heart. It is not possible that you have sex with multi peoples and you have it with closed heart and you will live happily. No, it is not going to happen. You will be sad and another person who will come to you will also be sad. So you have to open your heart and behave like Krishna. You have to behave like Krishna. You have to be in this moment fully. If you are in the moment fully, you can give your 100% to that person who is sitting next to you. Without even thinking good or bad or morality or sociality, let them go to hell. It is not important. And then only you can enjoy moment by moment by moment. Because your life is just a combination of several moments. So you come into this core, you find your own happiness, you find all your freedom, and you live in this freedom. See, in one time the Krishna friend, he was having a doubt, like Krishna is having so many wives, so many girlfriends, so whom he loves more? And he went to every wife, that what you think, whom Krishna loves more? And you know, all 16,108 wives give him the same answer, me. How it's possible? How it is possible that everyone is feeling that the Krishna loves him or her more than anyone else? Only if Krishna is in the moment. If Krishna is 100% with that woman or that man with whom she is, then only they can feel this. Why there is a problem in your life that you are not 100%? When you are wife of somebody and sleeping with somebody else, or you are a girlfriend of somebody and going to somebody else or sleeping with somebody else, I am sorry, but you are feeling that you are doing something wrong. You are feeling guilty because of it. And when you are feeling guilty, you are doing something wrong. How you can be happy? You cannot be happy. You can be only happy if you know what you are doing is good and correct. But your morality has heavy on your head. It has been taught from the childhood. Now there is no expansion of brain is possible. So this is not possible, this inner happiness is not possible, this freedom is not possible if you are not working on yourself. There is only one way to work on yourself, uplift yourself from all kind of moralities and socialities, but careful, sometimes those people who go out from moralities and sociality, they forget to care about people. But do not forget to care about the people who are next to you. Care about the people who are next to you and lift up your emotions, connected to the morality and sociality. This only will give you the freedom. Okay, so this was the first question we had today. 84 years, it is not true. Okay, somebody has asked another question on a different side. What is a Mundi in astrology, how it is affect us, and what are the remedies? Dear Mundi is just too much headache. Okay, so you need to go and find. It is not so much important topic. I am not going to waste my time and people's time on this. It is a son of Saturn, and this is like behaves same like Saturn, and it is being calculated. You can go to astrologer and you can ask its remedies for it. Is best is don't do anything bad with anybody. Bad means like don't hurt the heart of anybody knowingly. And if it happens, just ask for forgiveness. If you ask forgiveness from the people who has been cheated by you materialistically, not important, emotionally important, then your Mundi will be healed. No problem, need to worry about. Mundi. Second question is how temples are connected with our body. Symbolically, see, if you will sit the cross leg, like you are sitting in a cross leg, this is the triangular shape is made. So this is like a head. When you see any temple, it will have a gumbad. It's like round shape on the top of the temple. It is like your head, and the downside, when you will see, there will be the straight walls which is coming like this energy triangle. Actually you are seeing that your face is coming like this, then it is going like this, then it is going like this, but by the energies, if you will see, your body is like this, your body is like this. The energy is flowing from up to down, the energy is going from here to down, and that is why we say this is a flow of materialistic energy. This is a dhara. Dhara means like a flow. It is a flow of energy, the dhara of energy from head to down, and that's how the body is working. Whatever you are eating, it is becoming your sexual energy at last. That is how the Ayurveda says that you start from bhojan, you start from food, and it becomes shukra, it becomes sperm or shukra or raja, sperms or ovum. That is the last stage of your food can achieve. So basically the flow of energy is from here to going to down. Second thing is, like, whoever reverts this process, whose ever energy flow starts from down to up, his energy flow becomes spiritual, and this is called Radha. And that's why the Radha was connected with Krishna. And Radha, even some people believes that Radha is a Kundalini energy of Krishna. I'm not going in this debate, okay, it's not my issue. Those who have issue, they can find. Those that Radha is a Kundalini energy of Shiva, which is flowing from downwards to upward, because in everybody it is flowing dhara from up to down. So dhara is up to down, and Radha, when you reverse the dhara, the word in Hindi it is written as dha-ra, and when you reverse it in Hindi letters, alphabets, it becomes ra-dha. Dha, ra, reverse ra, dha. So it is the Kundalini energy of Krishna which is flowing upward, and that's why that Radha is the most closest one to Krishna. That's how they say. But I am not going into this topic. The temple is directly connected to us, but the thing is, one thing gone wrong. One thing gone wrong, that all the garbhagriha of temples now has been closed. There are some Brahmins who are sitting and holding there, and they're not allowing us to enter there. Only in some Shiva temples you can enter, but in Vishnu temple, Krishna temples and other temples you cannot even enter inside. Only in the Shiva temple you can enter inside to the Garbhagriha. So if you get a chance to sit in the Garbhagriha, Garbhagriha is the main place where the Shiv Lingam is projected. In Vishnu temple you will not get a chance. In Krishna temple you will not get a chance. In Rama temple you will not get a chance. In any other temple you will not get a chance. Only Shiva is the God who is allowing everybody to come to him, everybody to touch him, everybody to sit with him. He is the unanimously accepting everyone. So you go into the Garbhagriha and you sit over there. And first watch the Shiva Lingam. The Shiva Lingam is in front of you. Watch it and then close your eyes and feel that you are Shiva Lingam and you're sitting in this. So the design of the temple, how it is made, it will help to uplift your energy to upward, and it will help you to, in meditation, to go down deep. But now the problem is, like, they don't allow you to sit over there. Even in the Shiva temples you cannot sit. You can go there, but you cannot sit because they are so busy. The population is so much. So I will say that then at least go next to the temple, which are very powerful temples, and sit next to them. They also helps in the uplifting of the energy. Okay, so that's how the temples is being connected. Whereas the one online question is there. I listen to many of your satsang as possible, and I greatly thank you for starting your words kindness with us. I would like to ask you, would you will be willing to do a guided meditation one day? Yes, someday I can do the guided meditation. I'm not in so much favor of meditations, but yes, I can do one day guided meditation. Guided meditations are okay, you can do them. Someday we will make a special online class for guided meditation, and this Saturday maybe I will discuss with Tanya now, and maybe we will have in Saturday a special talk on sexuality. So we will have a special discuss on sexual issues, sexual relationships. So if you have your questions, you can send to us. Otherwise we will have a talk, and we will have like a live conversation of this talk. So you also can join us on Saturday. Soon we will discuss about the time and upload it. Okay, so 84 years. What do you mean by Kul Devta and how do we find them? Kul Devta means, like, understand, you have a gotra. In this country, everybody has a gotra, and every gotra was started by some rishi, by some monk. We all are born from monks. We all are born from rishis who was scientists. In Western world they call them scientists. We call them in the Eastern world rishi. And they had a name, like you have a gotra, like a Bhardwaj gotra. So it was started from Bhardwaj rishi. If somebody else is having some other's gotra, so this gotra was started from that rishi. Those people who do not have any gotra, who do not know their gotra, they can take Kashyap rishi as the how to say, like their own gotra. They can say Kashyap gotra, or those who feel very closeness to Shiva, they can say Markande gotra, Markande rishi's gotra. So this can be used for their gotras. So every gotra has a rishi, and this rishi was worshipping some kind of energy. What is Devi? Devi means an energy center. Devi means some source of energy by which you get recharge. It is just like your power bank. You are having a power bank. This is a Kul Devi, and this is a connection of the rituals which you make with Kul Devi, and you take this phone wire and connect with you, so you get recharge. So this is like a Kul Devi concept which you need to understand, that every gotra has its Kul Devi. Kul Devi is the closest power center to you. Suppose you made a house. So you made a house, and definitely you don't go to a dam like a power manufacturing company to take electricity. What you do is you take electricity from the nearest pole available to your house. You just pull the electricity from there, you apply in the office, they come and they connect you with the nearest power source. So Kul Devi is your nearest power source which helps you to get more power in this world. So, but some people don't know. First, I will say that if you know your gotra, go to your Brahmin or your persons who, old people in your family and in your gotra, who know the Kul Devi. Maybe some people in the villages from where you come from, or even the cities, who are old people, like around 50, 70, 80, 90, who are in your gotra. Meet them, talk with them, try to find who is the Kul Devi was worshipped over there. If you cannot find them, then go to some Brahmins like in Haridwar, in Varanasi, in Gaya. They can tell you that which gotra goes connected with which Kul Devi. If you cannot find them, then you can take Durga Devi as your Kul Devi. If somebody cannot find any goddess to connect directly, then you can take Durga Devi or Bhairavi as your Kul Devi and you can worship them. Bhairavi Devi or Durga Devi, those who cannot find by any means of trying. Those who can find is easy. Those people who belongs to the Soviet areas like Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, Lithuania, Kazakhstan, all this area, there is a Devi which you can connect with. It's called Mara. Mara, how you call? Kiki Mara or Mara? What is the full? Mara. So Mara is the correct name for that. You can connect with that goddess as your Kul Devi. That will be very helpful for you to instant get connection, instant get energy recharge. So this is very helpful. Thanks for asking this question. It is very important. Kul Devta and Kul Devi, they are almost same, because some rishis was connected with the male form of the energy, some rishis was connected to more female form of the energies. Both are Kul Devta. Male form of energy is called Kul Devta, female form of the energy is called Kul Devi. Okay, so this is very good. So what we have online, okay, sounds good, thank you. How soul get absorbed with the karma, how souls get attached with karma and leads to rebirth. Okay, I will come to your questions, offline questions, little later. So I will come. How do the souls get absorbed with the karma? Or how do the souls get attached with the karmas and leads to rebirth? Simple, very simple, need to understand it. One person has been accused for killing another person, and he's been captured by police and he has been taken to court, but actually he has not killed the another person, but police somehow got him accused and he has been taken by police, and police said this person killed the another person, and they took him to the court. In court, the judge is sitting and the lawyer of prosecution says that, Your Honor, this person has killed, the person A has killed the B, so he has to put for the sentence of death. And now the first thing what the judge will do, he will ask A that, did you kill the B? So if A says, yes, I killed the B, actually he has not killed. But if he says in front of Your Honor, like in front of a judge, that I have killed the B, then no further discussion is being made on the case. The judge will directly announce the death sentence for him. Why? Because he has accepted that I have done this. Because he is a doer, so he should get the punishment. Suppose this A has even killed the B, but he denied. He denied to accept that I have killed the B, or he did not kill the B and say I did not kill the B. So what the judge will do, he will say that put a lawyer on his favor and let's have discussion and try to discuss on the different sides of the accident or the incident. So what happened actually? When you feel that you are doing everything in this world, understand, this is what happening with us. This is how our mind is playing. I am doing this, I am doing this, I am doing this. If I will not do it, will not happen. I will not cook, nobody will eat. If I will not earn, nobody will live. So if you think that you are a doer of everything, you are what you are doing? You are capturing these karmas and holding them with you. Of course, if the weight is there on your head, it will be difficult for you to walk. You can walk only with the freedom. So if you are a doer, definitely the punishment is coming to you. The karma will pull you to the rebirth, because if you are a doer, you will get attached. 100% you will get attached. If you feel that I am doing something good for my women, I am doing something good for my man, I cared about him, I loved him so much, I did so much thing for him, but he did not. It means what? You are saying you are the doer. You are doer of the actions. When you doer of the action, who will get attached? You. Who will get punished? You. Who will be born again? You. Not me. It's you. So, if you are a doer, you will be born again and again and again. And why you are born? You are not born because of the karma. You are not born, you are not having rebirth because of the karma. You are having rebirth because of the attachment to this karma. See, I have this iPad, okay. So somebody comes, okay. I give this iPad to that person. And he takes this and go. And now I'm thinking, sitting here and thinking, oh, I can think two ways. I can think like, oh, I have given an iPad, I have helped somebody, maybe he will use it and it is like I have done a good job. I can think like this. Or I can think, shit, why have I given iPad to him? Now I need to buy a new one. Now I need to have money for this and I need to work for this. So in both cases I am attached to the karma. If I am feeling proud of doing something, is I am attached for this karma. If I am feeling guilty of doing something, is also I am attached to this karma. And mostly these two factors are there. Either we are feeling guilty or we are feeling proud. We are not neutral. I'm sorry. We are not neutral. And when we are not neutral, how it will happen? How this detachment will come? How this freedom will come? That's why anciently, there was no satsang online, actually, because mobile was not there. And it was the best time, because you go, you live with the master, and master put you in these conditions. He will put you in this condition where you will feel uncomfortable, where you will feel you want to run away, where you will feel like, no, this is too much for me. The master will put you in this condition, and think in this condition you will grow up. You have no choice. You have no choice. You have to grow up. So the easiest and the best way was to live with the master and grow up. But now, because this institutions has been finished and everything became so expensive, so I am speaking online and you are listening over there, and I am not responsible for you and you are not responsible for what you are doing. So everybody became irresponsible. That's why nothing is happening. In last 50 years, not even a single person got enlightened in the material world. 50 years last. Like enlightenment, like a Buddha state. Not even a single. Because of this material propaganda and material traffic. It's so strong. So it is important to live. Now the time of Buddha is gone. Now the time of Buddha is gone. Buddha is the past of humanity. The future of humanity is Krishna. And Krishna is not of Prabhupada. I am not talking about the Krishna of Prabhupada. I am talking about the Krishna of Mitra. The future is of Krishna. Who will live like a Krishna of Mitra will only be able to free. Because until you are not free emotionally, mentally, you will not able to get this freedom. You will not able to understand. Only Krishna can say the butter is on the face, and he can say to his mother that I did not eat butter, and he will not feel guilty for it. You are feeling guilty for something which you have even not thought properly. Some women came in front of you and just passed, and you thought like, oh, if I could see her naked. What's wrong in it? It's normal thought for a human being. You are feeling for guilty. Oh, why I am thinking like this? It is so sick that they are making you feel guilty for everything. If you have eaten 2 sweets, you eat too much chocolate, they make you feel guilty. Oh, I am eating too much chocolate. Of course, the line where you will uplift or you will fall is very thin. Very thin. Because you can become addict also. And say that, oh no, I am following Krishna's philosophy. You can get addicted. But this line is there. If you maintain this line and uplift yourself, you can really get free. You can really get free from the Krishna's way of life. There is only one way to survive in future. It is that every single believer or every single person has to connect with the Krishna and has to not worship Krishna. I am not here. I am not given anyone a mantra connected to Krishna or his pictures or something. I am saying that you have to live like Krishna. You cannot just worship him. Worshipping will not work. That's why I am saying all Krishnaites will go into hell. They will go to hell. They will not going to go loka. Why? Because they are not accepting Krishna, and when you don't accept somebody and you worship him, you go to narkas. You don't go to Goloka. You don't go to heaven. You don't have to worship Krishna. You have to live like Krishna as Krishna was living. Then only you can have mental peace and mental freedom. Otherwise it is so impossible. See the coming world which is coming. Already we have seen the war. Already the war is going on. The more future is coming with lots of wars. Lot of materialistic interest will pull people into the wars. Then how you will survive? Emotions will always go up and down. I see on the internet, there is like those people who are fighting on the ground. I understand they are fighting, really fighting. But those people who are fighting on the medias, on the social media, on the phone, this is just a hatred. This is just a guilt. You are just blaming each other. This is not going to bring anything. It will just put the whole country into a stress. If you really fight, be brave. Don't fight on social media. Go take a gun and fight with the army over there. Why are you sitting here and fighting online? Online you are disturbing everything. You are making everybody sick. Because you are throwing your garbage on the media. And this is the bad thing about the social media now. Every single person is throwing their garbage to the media. And if you will collect, there is so much emotional garbage on the social media that you will not even understand. America has played time to time different politics. The war, except the First World War, all the wars was of war of America. All the war. From the First World War till today, there is only one country in the world who is fighting a war, that is America. Calculate, every time they are fighting with somebody. And never it come to some result. Never it come to. Vietnam never came to result. Guatemala never came to result. Afghanistan never came to result. Iraq never came to result. Syria never came to result. Wherever America fight, they never bring to some results. At last, what they did in Afghanistan, they took the power from terrorists and then they handed over the terrorists again the power. And also with the guns and tanks and everything. So, world politics is very different. Don't go into this. Don't put your head over there. If you're thinking you're really soldier, you want to fight for your country, go. Today, buy a ticket, go back to your country, take a weapon, go and fight. If you're so brave. Otherwise, why you are spoiling your life? Why are you spoiling other people's life? So, social media is not for that. And this is a strange thing for social media. From one side, they block some people. Okay, you cannot publish your things. One side, you can publish your things. So it is not one-sided. Yes, of course it is one-sided. They are manipulating you for their personal interest. If you will read the Instagram, his data, after the war, Ukraine and Russia started, it has grown. It made a lot of money out of it. Because the people started to connect with this more. YouTube has gotten their numbers of the figures. They started to make more money. War always give more money to social media. Any kind of war, anywhere it happens. Not I am talking about the present context. So be clean in your head. I have a friend, and you will understand me better what I am talking about. He's something around in his 45. He's 24/7 thinking about sex. He didn't have sex at all in his life. 24/7 thinking about sex. And when I was with him, and I was saying like, what you have, because his body became weak. If you will think about sex, your body will become weak. If you will have sex, your body will become strong. But if you will think about sex, your body will become weak. So he was saying like, I was explaining him something, so I said that I never had sex in my mind. I always have sex in my body. So in my mind, I'm never thinking about sex. Sex is not happening in my mind. It is happening in my body. Except when I am in the process of the sex, that time it enters to my mind. He says that I never have sex in my body. I always have sex in my head. And I said, this is a problem. When you have something in your head, it is a problem. It is a problem. Emotions will get kaput. It will bring a lot of disease to a lot of people. If you want to do something, do it physically. Don't emotionally do. It's so easy to write there, like 2 words. And it's so hard to take a gun and stand in front of a bullet. Can you imagine 2 different realities, how different they are? Those people, imagine about those people who are standing with the bullets in front of each other. Anybody can die in any fraction of a second. You just write some post from here and think that you are doing some great job. Hallelujah. No, it's not like this. I am sorry. You are sick. Both people are sick. From both sides, people are sick. And if we didn't have sick people, we was not fighting. Nobody is hero, nobody is villain. This is all two-faced dramas. Every time in this world it happens. What will be the history if Hitler win? Imagine for just a moment, if America has not discovered the nuclear bomb before it, and if Japan has done the Pearl Harbor, what would be the world history? If America did not have these nuclear weapons, America would be no more. America was not existing. So it is all emotional drama which is created in your head without your choice. You even not ready for it. You even don't want it. But because everybody is saying, okay, vegan, and after vegan, skin start to get old. Why I look old? Because you are in drama, somebody else's drama. You are playing a role over there. I have seen a lot of people who have not even feeded one banana to cow in their all life. Not even one time they give banana to cow. And they are saying, I'm vegan because I don't like how they treat the cows. This is what? This is mental sickness. I call it, this is mental sickness. If you are really a cow lover, you would go and take care of a cow. Oh no, I just don't eat eggs because they not treat animals over there. Sorry, you are a part of some kind of drama happening in the world. They are trapping you, they are using you in their personal benefits. Okay, so don't get into this emotional trap. Handle yourself carefully. Handle with care. What is Kinnaras, Yakshas, Gandharvas, Pisachas, Rakshasas, Dankanis, what they are doing? See, this topic is little not for the satsang, because I will say these are like species, but you don't have any experience about it, so you will not understand. What they are doing, they have their job, like some are responsible for making you angry, some are responsible for making you peaceful, some are responsible for making you lustful. Like Kamadev is responsible. He is Devta, but he also comes into the Yakshas, that he is responsible for activating your Kama energies, your sexual energies. So the ancient traditional belief was that when you are wants to go to have sex, you first invite the Kamadeva and invite the Rati to be a part of this process and connect these energies with you. Same ways the Kinnaras are also responsible for the Kinnar is also called as like, how to say, this is again, the Western put this as a bad word, but it is not a bad word, it is a normal word. It is called transgenders. Kinnaras are the transgender. Yakshas, they not live in the body like us. They live in the materialistic body, not materialistic, astral body, and their body is white color. But again, you will not understand because you don't have an experience. Gandharvas, they have a golden body and like not golden, like yellowish body, but it also looks like human. Absolutely, they look like human, but they have like different bodies. Pisachas have black and red bodies, and Rakshasas have black and brown bodies, and I'm also Rakshas. And Dakhinis are the goddesses which are responsible for the strong energy densities. So what they are doing here, they are doing their job. You know what is the job of sun? It comes and goes and gives you energy. Same way the moon comes and goes, it gives you emotions. So these are the energy centers. They give you different kind of energies when you needed it. But it's deliberately need to understand. When someday I will have a live, not live, online I am saying, live means live people around me. And if somebody will ask someday about this, I will talk about this. But online I don't want to talk on this. So respond to your questions, why monks shave their head, but you said long hairs keep you wise. So this is like I said, like long hairs make you more wise, but every woman has, mostly women have long hairs. But there is a different saying about them, but I am not telling about that. It's not about the long hairs only. It is about the hair is your antennas. So your hairs are your antennas. More you have long hairs everywhere, they are making you more sensitive according to your surroundings. So only two ways is there to uplift from your present conditions. Either you become super sensitive and everything which is coming to you start to feel it, or you become super insensitive, like without any sensations, so you don't bother about what is happening around. There is only two ways to get free. Either you become super sensitive or you close your all sensitivity. So those monks who shave their heads and they shave their beards, like mostly Buddhist and even in Hindu sannyasis some are there, so they close the surroundings, they don't bother about what is happening, so they are more focused on their internal growth, they are more focused on their internal uplifting. But some people who want to make a research, or some people who are into the discovery of energies outside and inside both, they need to have long hairs. All mystics people, they need to have long hair because this helps them to connect with the energies around and their sensitivity. Because like suppose you have hairs on your hand. Nowadays women shave it, but before the witches was never used to shave. But if you have hairs here, and if there is a ghost in this this environment, slowly there, if you are sensitive, you have activated your hairs, your hair will start to move on the direction of the ghost, wherever he will be. So it is like a signal, it will show you. Your hairs will start to turn like this side, it means he's there. But normally they are turning like this side, normally. But they will just, some hairs will wake up and they will start to turn like this. If you become sensitive for it, they start to show you this. So these kind of indications can be seen with the ghost, with the demons, with the Rakshasas, Gandharvas, Pichasas, So Devtas, this can be experienced with the help of long hairs because it increases the sensitivity. But those, especially Buddhism and especially some sannyasis, they don't want to connect with them, so they just close down this space. That's why monasteries was not a big culture in the Hinduism before. Monasteries started only with the Buddhism. The big amount of people started to live first time together only with the Buddhism. A lot number of practitioners started to live together in the form of monasteries only after Buddhism. Now they do in Hinduism also, but before in Hinduism there was like small ashrams of small masters. People used to come there, learn and go. There was no permanent living in the ashram before. People used to come, learn, go. If you are below 75, you cannot stay in ashram. You just come, learn, go. That was the way it was to be treated. Because world need you. Ashram don't need you. Ashram can run without you also. So this was the purpose before. So this is how it is shaped or not shaped. How many souls we have in lifetime? We have only one soul in the lifetime, because this soul is being repeated again and again, because soul is not dying. You are not, of course I understand in English you don't have this word, what to do, your English is poor language, I cannot find this Atman. Atman is not soul. Atman is not soul. Soul means Jiva. Jiva is not Atman. Jiva in deep it's Atman, but in surface it's not Atman. Suppose something like this, like you have a sea, it's a whole sea, but you on the surface you call wave, but you don't call waves in the bottom. So sea is floating almost on the surface, and when you go down little water you can see the moving, but when you go in the bottom almost water is still, like little you will see some changes, little movements, but more or less it will look like space, like our space. Like we are moving in our space, we can see the water change, water moving, air moving, but we cannot see the space moving. So something like underwater, when you go in deep height, deep depth, is the condition is almost same. So soul is something like your deepest state, which is not changing by anything outside. Like you have, I always give example, soul is like your sky. The cloud comes, it's same. Cloud was not there, it's same. The lightning come, it's the same. The thunder come, is the same. It remains same all the time without any change, and nothing affects it. Nothing changes. It's called Atman, it's called Atma. But soul is not the same. Soul is Jiva. Soul is the same water, but on the surface. It's floating, it's moving. So when your water is moving, we call it a wave. This is something like soul. But this appearance and actuality is totally different. Yet they are the same, but we can call them different also for understanding. Okay. So thank you very much for being with me today. Oh no, one more question is left. But my internet is finished, so I will end up tomorrow. I will end up next time. And Sunday I will take Nastya your question, because internet is finished. So I think it's not going to work more. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you. चलो अब तो खत्म करते हैं ना, आज का तो बहुत हो गया. Mm.